All right, let's build a set, like a whole session. All right, so we can start off by activating that IC track loops. All right, just to make sure that when it's on there, it'll activate. Let's say we're doing. Actually, I will build a session that we are already doing for the month of September. Let me pull it up. Sorry, I'm in another window. Y'all probably can't see what I'm doing. Let's do Jehovah. Okay, that should be easy. All right, so we'll do week 4. We'll do Jehovah, and I'll click on these locators and name it. So we'll do Jehovah. Whoa. Holy forever. Whoops, I forgot when I don't close it out. Jehovah, holy forever. Give me Jesus, Elohim. Now, this isn't where every song will be located, but this is just going to get us started. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go over here to my hard drive, or my folder on my hard drive where I have all the Ableton sessions at, and I'll look for Jehovah. It's all in alphabetical order. Shout out to Ableton for doing that for us. And then we'll drag that in the session, not the folder. You won't drag the encasing folder, enclosing folder. And so I'll drag those in, scoot them over. I'm not going to cut because for whatever reason on this computer, whenever I cut on the first song, it just closes, it crashes. So then I'm going to make sure everything's warped the same way, including drums. I know we used to didn't do that, but now we do. We're going to warp and then warp it to beats. And I know we normally do complex, but I'm shifting kind of how I do that because of how much CPU it eats up as it's performing those tasks. Okay, so Jehovah, and then we'll select from our first marker to our click, making sure there are no breaks in our click. Then we'll cut that and then select up here to paste because all these channels are the same as these. And then I will delete the empty channel there. Okay. Now we'll put the stems in a group. We'll select all the stems, the channels, not the stems here on the grid with the channels. And then we'll hit Command G to group them. Then we'll rename it Jehovah. And then the key, which is, I believe, D flat. Yes. All right. Now we can go over here. Since this hasn't been done in this session yet, we will go over here and do all of our buses that we've talked about. Drums will go in 1, percussion and all that stuff. Auxiliary drums will go in 2. B, sorry. Synth bass I'm putting with the keys. AG I don't believe should be live. EGs I'll put in C. Piano goes in A. Keys stems will go in D. And then the rest of this will go into 1. All right. And then we'll hit tab to get back over here, and we'll just put this in sends only, as well as our clicking guide. The outputs, remember it's the outputs to sends only. And you have to have it open to see the outputs. All right. All right. So now we're in a group and we have all of our stuff sending to the sends. And to verify that, if it's going to 1 and 2, I should not be able to hear 4. The rest of the stuff. Good. If I want to turn off my clicking guide, I can do that from here. Intro. The references in that first one. All right. So now I'll move this, just assuming, I know we're not going to use it because I'm about to cut it. But all right. So what we're going to do is just edit this song a little bit. No. Let's just put all the songs in first. And then we'll drag our time code out just a little farther than the song itself. And then boom. All right, Jehovah. Backup's working because we activated earlier. All right, let's drag in Holy Forever. I like for the songs to be a little closer together. So I'll scooch this guy over, even though I know I'm going to make some cuts to this song. But we'll go to Holy Forever. And we'll drag them in. Then we'll highlight it all, cut, and I'll just hit 2 and then paste. All right, so we got our stems there. Then we'll do the same thing. Markers to the click, making sure there's no break in the click. We'll cut, then paste those guys up here. Getting rid of these guys. All right, group it, rename it, Holy Forever, the key of F. I'm gonna leave it open so I could do this because it hasn't been done to this session just yet. Hopefully I'll have all of these done where this won't be a part of our video anymore. But it's good for you guys to see, just in the event that I forget to do this or Jamar forgets to do this. And it's good for you to have in your tools belt. All right, so now that one's set up. We will send that to sends only, so that all the signal is being sent here. If you've been those are all the sends. Those are all the stems that we're sending to the sends. Okay. All right. Then we'll do the same here. We'll make some alignments there. If I'm honest with you guys, this loop flag here is just kind of aesthetic, just to make it look like it's closed. It literally does not serve a function. All right, then we'll go to Give Me Jesus. I'll scoot that guy back a little bit. I also scoot him in closer too, in the event that once I cut up the song previous, it creates too much space between the two, and it just looks weird if you got like a lot of space between this song and a little bit, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the problem, guys. All right, Give Me Jesus. All right. Then we'll go to 3, paste. I'm talking a little less through these steps because we talked about them, but trying to remember to mumble at least a little bit of the steps. Delete those. Group them. Name it. Give Me Jesus. In F sharp. All right. I'll tab over. Oh, I already set up Give Me Jesus. Good. Looks like. Yep, I already did Give Me Jesus. It's one of the first songs I did. And then I'll just send the outputs to sends only. Good. And then our last song, we'll make sure this stuff. And then Elohim. I know that one's not set up. We haven't done that one in a little bit. Just scooting over things. All right, cutting and paste. Then select everything. Make sure there are no breaks in there. Paste. Delete. Select those, delete, group, rename. And then do the routing. You do sends only here. Drums to A, B, B, A, D, A. C, A, and then all of these I'm just going to select. It wasn't as much as I thought. All right. Boom. Boom. And drag those guys back. All right, and there we go. Now from here, what we'll do is I'll save it. I'll save live set as, and then I will find on my hard drive where I want it to go, which is here, and I'll title it September or Sep week 4. And then after I've renamed it, I will collect all and save. Because now it puts all of these files dependent on wherever that session in that folder is, not my hard drive. This happened before where in the past, I might have forgotten to save all, collect all, and save, and all the session information was on my hard drive, and they wouldn't populate anywhere else without my hard drive. So, all right, so we collect all and save, and I also do another one just to be safe. I do it twice just because I want to make sure it remembered. All right, now all of that set. This is the basics of how we build our Sunday sessions. Our key commands are already preset into these, the first 4 songs. Now, if we need more, we hit Command K, and then we put more locators in, and then we assign those locators. And then next video, I'll show how we set up or how we edit songs, how we chop them up.